In this video, we're going to look at the slice function in Python. So to start off, we're going to create a variable called word, and we're going to paste in this variable some letters, a series of letters here. So I just pasted in A through J. And the next thing we need to do is create another variable. We'll call that X. And this is where we start using the slice function. So we'll do slice. And we have several options here, but we're going to start off with just one thing. So we're just going to slice one right now, just so we see how this works. So we'll print our variable word, because we want it to pull from these letters. And we're going to have it in brackets, put this variable X, which is where we defined what we want to slice. So let's go ahead and run that. We're going to get A. So we see that it pulled the first thing out of the list. So if we change this 1 to 2, run that again, we see we get the first two things. And same thing with 3, we'll get A, B, and C. And just for future reference, know that this is a tuple, and what a tuple is it's a variable that contains multiple items. So we'll look at that in a future video. But for now, we're going to revisit this slice here, and we know that this is showing us the first three items, so it's telling us where to stop. But if we were to add more items in here, we can tell it where to start and stop. So for instance, if we put 2, 3, we're going to start at 2 and we're going to end with 3. So when we run that, we see that it started with so after the second position, which is here, it went to the third position. So let's look at a little bit bigger selection. Let's go to 6 on this. So we see that it's going to start slicing after the second position, and it's going to slice all the way 3, 4, 5, 6 to the 6th position here and stop. So now we can add a third number. We're going to take this back down to 1. We'll actually take it down to 0. So we have 0 through 6, so A, B, C, D, E, and F, 6 letters. But this time we're going to add this extra number, and we're going to put 1. Now it's going to give us the same result because this third number is the step that it's going to increase by. So it increases by 1, so it's going to show us all of the items through 6. But if we do it with a 2, it's going to increase by 2 each time, so it's only going to give us every other one. So that gave us 1, 3, and 5. If we wanted to start with 2, we actually could start with a 1 in front, so it starts after here in 2, 4, and 6. Now this doesn't have to be used with a tuple, so if we take this variable and just paste in some letters here and we run it again, it will pull out individual letters. So everything stays the same. We can use just one number. For AB, so it's going to show us the first two. or we can use 2 or 3 numbers, so start, end, and step. So if we want to start after 2, we want to end 6, and we want to increase it by 1. Or if we want to step it by 2, we can do that as well. I hope this helps, and like I said, we'll go over tuples in another video. Thanks a lot.